What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my cigar exploration channel. Got a lawnmower going here in the background, but it doesn't bother me. I'm, as usual, excited to do this review today. Excited about the smoke and the drink in this one. We have got the Acid by Drew Estates Cold Fusion Connecticut Shade wrapper on this guy, and just busted up that bottom part a little bit. Trying to figure out if this is considered a closed foot on this. So you can see it's kind of coming loose, coming apart. I just messed it up more, but trying to figure out if this is considered a closed foot cigar or not, because I've never had a closed foot cigar. This is a Nicaraguan stick. It smells like no other cigar I've ever smoked. It has the cedar and kind of woody, but it has like a spicy smell. I reviewed another cigar the other day, and I know I said that you could smell the pepper. This isn't pepper. It has like a sawdust smell and cedar. It has like two distinct wood smells. There's nothing available online about this cigar as far as the blend types. It's a Nicaraguan stick. I paid $10 for it. I've got an interesting story about it. When I got into cigars, and this is just a few months ago, I would go to cigar lounges, and I would always go into the humidor, the walk-in humidors in these places, and of course, eventually, the person working there, or the owner of it, a lot of times it was the owners, would come and say, what can we help you with? What can we help you find? What kind of a smoker are you? And I would always say, mild. I never went for a Maduro. I never went for anything that was a big, large stick. I would always go for something about this size. This is a 6 3/4 by 44, so it's not a giant cigar. And every single person that I talked to at these places would tell me to acid. And the name of it kind of turned me off a little bit, because I was like, I don't know if I want to smoke a cigar named Acid. To me, it seemed like it would be strong. And again, that's before I knew anything about cigars. So I don't know a whole lot about cigars still, but I know a little bit, and I know that being named that won't matter won't make the profile be acidic, let's put it that way. So this is the Cold Fusion by Drew Estates. Drew Estates is the company that put out the Deadwood. I think it's called Deadwood. The Fat Bottom Jane and the Sweet Jane, and all those cigars that are known for their sweetness and have become really popular and sort of respected, even though they're not flavored cigars, but have an extremely sweet profile. Man, I can't wait to smoke this thing. Okay, today, and because this came so highly recommended over and over and over again, and I finally got my hands on one, this rye came super highly recommended to me as well. This Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye. And then I had a heck of a time getting my hands on one of these guys. I tried it somewhere, so I knew that it was worth it. It's about $70 where I live in Pennsylvania, and it was sold out everywhere. I mean, look at the proof on that guy. I mean, you're dealing with almost gasoline in a bottle. 136.8 proof. I have some in a glass. I'm letting it air out because it needs to sit out for, oh my gosh. It is such a strong, but a delicious. It's a creamy rye, which is weird, but it's so good. I used to have my hands empty. Yes, let me give you the cork pull on this. I've nursed in this thing for months, because it's so hard to get your hands on these bottles. I didn't even get this from my Pennsylvania liquor store. I had to buy it online, and I believe it got shipped to me from like California, and it was 3 bottles I bought. It was like a 3-pack, they called it. And when it showed up, which I wasn't even sure it was ever going to show up, when it showed up, it was 1 bottle. And they tried to charge me for the 3. It was like, okay, we've completed your order. And I had to go through a little process to prove to them that they only shipped me 1 bottle. After it was all said and done, they refunded 2/3 of the price. So I paid about $70 for that bottle. It might have been like 73, 74 with like some of the shipping costs split. All right, let's get this stick lit up. So I'm going to toast the end of this because it has this closed end from what I can tell. I'm going to just, oh, now the wind's kicking up. Maybe I'm not going to toast it. I'm going to try to toast That's not going to be happening. It's like I'm not supposed to do it. Okay, I was going to toast it, then cut it, but now cut it first, and then I'll light it. Okay, so we're going to just use our straight cutter like usual, our depth cutter. Doesn't let me go too deep on it. All right, here's the end of that when it's cut. Nice. Okay. So that is shockingly sweet on the lips and tongue. And again, I know everybody's had these cigars. I know everybody watching this, or most people watching this, are going to say, oh yeah, acid, I've had 100 of those things, you know. But I never did, and I don't know what to expect. So I'm shocked that had that sweetness it just had like that. That is almost indescribable. It's like sweet wood. Now I can see why this was a highly recommended stick from a lot of these places, these people running these cigar lounges. They don't want to scare you off. You're a newbie. They don't want to give you something that's too sweet. They want to give you something that's going to leave a little bit of a taste in your mouth as opposed to just that raw tobacco taste. And the retrohale, all kinds of sweet cedar. That's what I'm getting here. Sweet cedar. Wow. I mean, just right out the gate, I can tell this isn't going to be a very often smoker for me. It's just not really my style at this point. I like something that's a little bit more refined, if that makes sense. Again, being new, I know to say that, you know, and act like my palate is so fantastic, but just for me personally, the flavors I'm looking for are just a little different than this. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I like cedar though. I'm definitely a cedary, you know, wood type of guy. So maybe this thing will win me over. I've had ones that I loved when I lit them and then didn't like them towards the end. And I've had ones I didn't love when I lit and loved them at the end. So, you know, who knows? Who knows what's going on there? All right. Whew. Let's give this gasoline a taste. That is just absolutely fantastic. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Here is the bottle number. I'm sorry, the barrel number. It's the barrel house, the barrel number, and the bottling date. You know, because this thing just comes right out of the cask. 68.40% alcohol. 136.8 proof. If you ever see this anywhere, you gotta try it. If you like whiskey at all, it is a creamy, what am I doing? It is a creamy, viscous, dark, powerful whiskey. Like if you drink it wrong, it'll hurt you. Like that kind of a whiskey. Oh, God. I need the guys to see it in the glass. This cigar is so different from any other cigar I've ever smoked. I mean, literally. I'm guessing the Cold Fusion should have been a sort of giveaway that it's kind of user-friendly. But it is, the cigar, it's good. It's good. I paid 10 bucks for it. I may have overpaid for it, I'm not sure. This is what the cork looks like on that Jack Daniels. They didn't really spare any expense. It's a nice big cork. It looks like some older wood on that. Here's what it looks like. I mean, it's a really pretty bottle. I reviewed another stick and had this same thing, the Jack Daniels single barrel proof, but it was the bourbon. Well, they call it Tennessee whiskey, but it's bourbon. This thing smelled like nothing else. The cold draw didn't give away what happened when it was lit. As it's lit now, I mean, this thing really is unique. This is definitely, no one was lying to me. They were telling me the truth when they said that this would be a perfect, beginning cigar for somebody that wants something that's a little bigger. Because it is perfect as far as the profile isn't overwhelming. You're not getting any of that tickle and spice. Like, I could smell something in it I thought was spicy, but I'm not getting any of that on my throat or tongue or anything. I lick my lips, and on my tongue I have like a sweetness. I don't think a seasoned vet cigar smoker that likes Maduros, or even that, I reviewed that 10th anniversary champagne from Perdomo, this is so much different than that. And that's what's so great about cigars and this whole expiration, is that you don't know what you're going to get yourself into. And I don't watch other stuff about these. I might look up a little bit of information about it. This one you couldn't find much at all about. But I purposely don't want to, I want to experience it and explore it for myself. And if I listen to somebody else, what they think about it, it may sort of jeopardize my feeling about it. How's that? Now, if I'm standing there with a guy, a buddy, and he starts talking about a cigar that he's had, or I'm not going to be like, oh, don't talk about that, I didn't smoke it yet. I mean, that's different. But I don't look things up on the internet. Wow, this is just a phenomenal combo too. I didn't expect this sweetness on this, but the rye is perfect to go with this. I mean, they literally go together perfectly. Whoa. Whoa. Whew. I just randomly picked that one time. I was at a bourbon bar, a whiskey bar, and that was on the shelf. And I was like, let me try that. And the guy literally was like looking at me like, are you sure? You sure you want to go there with that? Could be a little dangerous. I said in the other video too about the other type of that looks like a pirate. Looks like a bottle a pirate would carry around with him. Oh, can you see the joy in my eyes? So good. Yeah, that cedar shines on the retrohale. I'm not getting it a ton other than that. I'm getting that real sweet flavor off of this guy. What are you guys smoking today? What's everybody drinking? What's going on? Has anybody got gasoline in a glass like me? How do you guys drink your whiskey when you drink it? Do you drink it neat? Do you drink it with Coke? Do you put a little water in there? Do you like ice? Some cherries? Oh, so good. Listen, I hope everybody's doing great. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hopefully I've earned a subscription out of you just for entertaining, exploring these whiskeys and these cigars together. Looks like we might have some rain coming in here. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one, and I will talk to you soon.